Wow, COVID-19. I mean, it's a nightmare for everybody. It's very hard for them because I have been through. I've seen how it impacted their lives for the past 1.5 years, and it's something that is very devastating. Something that's very horrible for them, for everybody that's in the athletics community, because I mean a lot of competitions have been canceled, postponed, and I mean it's really difficult to train under stress. It's really difficult to train under unfavorable conditions like COVID-19. So the first thing I would say is because you never know if you're positive or not unless you get tested. Just to make sure, because we make sure that our athletes get tested within a quite range of time, just to make sure that since they're in a camp, we make sure that they get tested now and then. But that might not be a full guarantee for you to be negative. We're making sure that because the vaccine is here in Ethiopia, there's AstraZeneca, there's Sinovac, so we're making sure that every athletes get fully vaccinated, and that does decrease the risk for the athletes to get infected with the virus. But on top of that, we make sure that they follow the preventive mechanisms, washing their hands. Of course, at trainings it might be difficult for them to keep their distance since they're training together. But apart from the training camp, we make sure that they keep their distance. So physical distancing is very important. Sanitizing their hands is very important. And above all, we make sure that they eat the right amount of food and nutrition to keep their body immunity system to a very good level. Their not immunity system also, but also immunity system and the anti-inflammatory, or I can say the ability of the body to fight the virus. So food is very important, as always. So we make sure that they eat their food well, they train. And COVID-19 is something that is very difficult, and I mean, I'm having difficulty even commenting on it, because you never know. One thing, you're tested negative, and the next thing you know, you might be positive So it's very difficult, but I just have to say that they have to strictly follow what the WHO guidelines tell them to do, what the World Athletics tells them to do, what the Ethiopian Federal Ministry of Health or the Ethiopian Public Health Institution tells them to do. And we also make sure now and then we give them awareness sessions, just to be alert that the COVID-19 is still present and it has not yet gone. So the Tokyo Olympics is something that we're looking forward, because we have very good athletes that can definitely outshine at the Olympics. So we want to make sure that they're healthy, they're safe, and at the end of the day that they test negative, just to go and compete and wave our flags up in the air and say, they be winners as always. So it's like I said, Tokyo Olympics is something very close to our heart. It's where it's one of our icon, legendary Ababa Bikila he won there. So it's something very close. Japan is something very close to our heart, and we just want to make sure that that our athletes bring that, or repeat that legacy that what Ababa Bikila has shown them. So it's a big privilege to be a part of the team. To make sure that the athletes are, to make sure that they're following the path of that journey, and to be a part of it, to make sure that these athletes stay healthy, stay clean, and be healthy to go there and compete and win the medal and win a title for their country. It's something very privileged, and honestly, for me personally, I'm very happy to be a part of it. I'm very happy to be to see the journey throughout. This is like history, so I couldn't be more happy, and I think it's going to be amazing.